Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening. Good evening and good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits, all that good stuff. Man, it is Friday. It is Friday. And I got to tell you, y'all, I am definitely excited about that. I'm not going to lie. I'm very, very excited about it being Friday. But we have a story that we have to tell. We have a conversation that we need to have, guys. This is very interesting. I talked about this story. I brought this story up about 2 months ago. And I thought the story was pretty much done. But now things have started to kind of take off. So we got some developing news about this. And for those of y'all who don't know what's going on, I'm going to give you guys a brief breakdown of what happened before that has led us to the title that you see above or down below, wherever you're watching this show right here. The story's crazy, guys, and really, really unfortunate, and definitely hits home because it makes me feel some type of way for a very, very personal reason. And I'll explain here in just a little bit. But for those of y'all who are just coming in, good afternoon. Good evening and good morning to every single last one of y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Please do me a favor, hit that like button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that reaction button down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. You know, I was going to do this as a pop-up, like a standalone video. And then as I was doing it, I was like, man, let's just do it live. We're going to do it live. You know what I mean? So I wanted to share this with you guys and talk to you guys about this because it's bothering me, y'all. So we got to talk about it, okay? So hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up if you can. That'd be greatly appreciated. And, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, do not forget to crush that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, please consider hitting that join button, or sorry, not that join button, that follow and like button on my Facebook page. The Facebook family is growing, and it's beautiful, and it's greatly appreciated. So please go and do that. Hit that like and follow over there. If you want to support the channel, become a member. We got some little perks for the family members, okay? So please hit that join button down below if you're watching on YouTube. Become a member, all right? Consider becoming a member today, all right? Anyway, guys, we got some things we got to get into, okay? And this story, like I said, I talked about this about 2 months ago. And this story is now picking up again because of the information that we're here to talk about. And I'm going to explain everything here in just a minute, but really quick. Savannah May, thank you so much for being a member for the past 2 months. I appreciate it. Good afternoon. Thanks for all you are doing and getting us the facts and not the BS. Hype Main Channel presents to us. Oh, okay. Oh, Main Media. I'm sorry. The BS Hype Main Media presents to us. I pray for your happiness. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Okay. I really, 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 really do. And also, you know, I don't know if you guys have seen the short and all that, but something's here, which I'm going to be doing an unboxing. It's still in here, y'all. I haven't opened it up or anything. It's still in it's still got tape over it and everything. I haven't touched this bad boy, but I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that as a watch party, not a watch party, but like a 100,000 subscribers celebration video or show over this weekend for sure. So just keep your eyes open for that and when it goes down. But so that is here. It's here. It's officially here, and it'll probably be somewhere back there on that wall somewhere. I'm still trying to figure out where it's going to be, but it's going to be somewhere because obviously, you know, I ain't got nothing behind me in this wall right here. So I digress. We are here to talk about this story, y'all. And this is a crazy story. Heartbreaking story, devastating story, frustrating story. And this one has been really talking to me. Lately, there's been a lot of stories of unfortunate situations that have happened to children, and it's been really getting to me a lot. And I saw this one. Some of y'all have DM'd me, emailed this to me as well. And so I was like, okay, let's just talk about it. I tried to do it as a pop-up. It just wasn't coming out right. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do this as a live. So we're going to talk about it. And we're talking about this very unfortunate case of Alexee Trevizo. Now, I talked about this 2 months ago. I know I said this a million times before, but we did look at a good snippet of the body cam footage. Please go and check out that video because it gives you more of a breakdown of everything leading up to where we are now. I am going to give you guys a little bit of a background here, but I'm not going to be playing the body cam footage here. I've already done that. Go and check it out, okay? But Alexee Trevizo at the time was 19 years old, and then she had lower back pain, so she went to the hospital because of this lower back pain. So apparently severe lower back pain. She goes to the hospital, and suddenly she finds herself in one of the hospital bathrooms, literally giving birth. She gives birth to a baby boy. According to her, she says that this baby was no longer alive. So the next thing she does is she takes a trash bag from the trash can, wraps the baby up, the unalived baby, in the trash bag, and then puts the baby underneath trash in the trash can of the hospital, and then just leaves the bathroom. Now, pretty wild stuff, guys. And what I just said is a very, very, very watered down breakdown. And like I said, please go check out the other video. In fact, let me make sure I have it here. I'm going to put it in the chat here as well so that you guys can see it. So you guys can see the whole thing. And I know there's a lot of people that have been very coming to her defense. And I understand it. I understand going in her defense. Totally understand. I get the perspective. I'm not knocking anything about. It's just a wild series of events. And the fact that she is claiming that she did not know that she was pregnant at all, I beg to differ. Now, we're not going to be going into that deep dive of showing the I beg to differ moments. We will talk about that in another show, for sure. But there is something about this that just doesn't seem right. And the reason why I say that, and also there is a question. When it comes to this title, right here, according to Trevizo's attorney, they are basically saying that the hospital is to blame for everything. The hospital is to blame for this beautiful baby boy, for this beautiful baby boy's demise. And I'm asking you guys, I'm throwing this question out to y'all. Do you think that this was the hospital's fault or not? Could it be a combination of things? Or is it just her fault? Those are three choices right there. Her fault, the hospital's fault, or could it be a combination of just a series of unfortunate events that led down to this unfortunate situation, this tragic situation here? That's the question I leave to you guys as we talk about this. But let me repeat this. Alexee Trevizo was 19 years old. She went into the hospital. She claimed that she had back pain. They administered medication to her for those pains. They ran tests only to find out that she actually was pregnant. She said she had to go to the bathroom. She went into the bathroom, gave birth, left the baby in the trash, and walked out. Police came in, and in the body cam footage, you can see that she's in complete denial. She's not even saying what sex the boy is, the baby is. She's not even claiming it, referring to it as a gender, as using a pronoun. She is just saying it the entire time. Pretty crazy. The mother reacts. Her actual mother, the grandmother, okay, reacts as well and is, oh my gosh, and so surprised. Now, I know that there are speculations running wild right now behind all of this. They're claiming that the mother knew. They're claiming that Alexee knew for sure, that the father of the baby knew as well. There's footage of her cheerleading, clearly pregnant as hell, swollen belly and everything, with child, cheerleading. And she's claiming it to be weight gain, or she claims that she thought it was just weight gain from birth control pills. We're going to talk about all this. But the one thing that I find very interesting, and I'm wondering if the family or Alexee actually has a strong argument here. That's the main thing I have here. Did the hospital muck this up? Did they screw this up, or is this on her? So, let me, first off, real quick, I got a couple things real quick. Sorry, guys. Already did that one. But again, thank you so much, Savannah and Hope. Whoops. Thank you so much, Hope. All right. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And just like Hope, you can join and become a family member by hitting that join button down below underneath this video right here on YouTube, not on Facebook. But thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to the family, Hope. And Celeste, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. I really do appreciate it. S Dubs, what's up? Thank you so much for the 5. She didn't know she was preggo, but figured out how to deliver, cut cord, etc. Sus. Alexee is responsible alone, but hospital made mistakes. I'm kind of going down this route too, baby. I'm kind of going down this route as well. I'm going to say that. I'm kind of going down that same doggone route, S-Dubs. Let us get into this. And like I said, there's a lot to discuss in just this article alone. There really is. Okay? There really is. So let's get into this piece. Of course, the attorney to the Trevizo's family is saying that the hospital is to blame for the demise of this baby that was found in the trash. Yeah. Okay, let's get into this. So, an attorney for Alexee Trevizo, the New Mexico teen who allegedly dumped her newborn in a hospital trash can, has blamed the facility, alleging that the staff gave her drugs that caused the baby's demise, according to this new report. Trevizo, who was 19 at the time, had repeatedly denied her pregnancy and claimed the infant was stillborn on January 27th. But the New Mexico office of the medical investigator eventually ruled the demise a homicide, and she was criminally charged. I feel like that's inevitable, especially when you see the crime scene. Let's keep it real. The room was covered in red. And then you have a baby wrapped in plastic in a trash can underneath trash. You know what? I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say it. F it. Well, I'm gonna guess, and you're gonna hear me repeat this again. I don't care, but I'm gonna say this really quick. So you're telling me that you gave birth to a child. You go into the bathroom and boom, here comes the baby. And then suddenly, you know what S-Dub said too. It's like, you cut the cord. Let's not forget about the placenta and all that stuff as well that comes out. Was that in the trash bag as well? Where was that? But I digress. You still had to cut the cord or wait for the placenta to come out. Either one. So while you're there and you're saying that the baby was stillborn, why didn't you go out and try to get any staff members, any nurses, anyone to see if they can revive the baby? Don't worry, I'll wait. You have child. Child is not breathing. And you just go ahead and put it in a bag and put it in the trash can. Somebody make that make sense. Instead of opening up the door, apparently there were staff members that were knocking on the door, allegedly knocking on the door, trying to get into the bathroom because she had been in there for a good long minute. And she didn't bother to go out there and go, my baby, help me. Or this baby. Doesn't matter. She doesn't need to claim it. That's fine. But she could have opened up the door and said, hey, help, help, help. This baby is not breathing. But at the same time, let's not forget, I'm sorry. I know we don't know where her mental state was. We don't know where she was and all that, but we're talking about a life that came out of her body. No matter how shocked she was or anything, she didn't even leave the baby there and then just walk out. She put it in the trash can. All right. There's a reason. I'll explain in a little bit. S-Dubs, thank you so much for being a member for the past 6 months. I appreciate it. Yeah. I forgot about that. Thank you, S-Dubs. There's even an emergency pull cord. So you pull it, mother lover. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. There's just certain moments where I'm like, I just don't have any patience for this. I don't. I'll explain in a little bit. I promise you I'll explain why I'm doing this show and why I'm so moved by this. I will explain that in a little bit. But this is some BS. That part I don't like, but let's continue. There's a lot more to dissect here. Okay, so ruled a homicide, clearly, okay? She gave birth to this beautiful baby boy. She claims the baby was not breathing. Still, she put it in the trash bag, put it underneath the trash. Underneath the trash! Wasn't even her going, hey, let me put it on top of the trash because it's nice and soft. You know, because the hard floor, the hard hospital floor, you feel me? I can see someone doing something like that, maybe as an excuse, but she put this baby under the trash. All right. Let me continue. Lo siento. Lo siento. This just gets me heated. But her attorney now claims she has been unfairly vilified, denies I can't say this word, unfortunately, but I'm just going to highlight the word, that she did something very unsafe to her child where he passed on, and is accusing the medical staff at Artesia General Hospital of plying her with a cocktail of drugs, including morphine, that unalived her baby before the birth. He says, the fact is, she did not unalive her baby. The testing, in parentheses, that was done to determine that she did is so antiquated that it is medieval. This is what her attorney, Gary Mitchell, told the outlet. He says there was no tightening of hands, for lack of a better term. Got to use these code words. This is not an M case. He also added that he will show that the drugs Trevizo, allegedly received before the staff knew she was about to give birth are inappropriate for pregnant women, particularly those in labor. Now, this part is very interesting to me when he says that the chemicals that they put in her body are, one, not good for the baby and all that. I have so many questions, and this is where it leans on the side of, ooh, yeah, maybe the hospital did really muck this up on their part. And we will talk about that in a second. He says this certainly was the primary cause of demise of the baby. Guess what does cause major breathing issues in fetuses? Morphine, he told the Daily Mail. Mitchell claimed that a toxicology report shows the baby had 0.19 nanograms of morphine in his system at birth, and that he also tested positive for the Rona, influenza A and B, and severe acute respiratory system, or SARS, according to the outlet. The attorney also reiterated the high school cheerleader's contention that she did not know she was pregnant, even though she had gained weight, which she blamed on birth control pills. Now, let's talk about that really quickly. And we've got to talk about these two paragraphs here, okay? So let's talk about this, the first paragraph here, or the one I just read. Toxicology report shows the morphine, okay? And I'm not a doctor, nor am I a medical professional. I'm quite curious. So if you guys out here know these kind of things, please comment, let me know, but keep it at layman's terms because I'm not a doctor. All right. Damn it, Jim, I'm not a doctor. You know, I know it's the opposite, but you know what I'm saying. So explain it in layman's terms. Is he correct? Is this math right? Then on top of it, the fact that the baby was tested and it had Rona, influenza A and B, and severe acute respiratory system, which is SARS. Did this baby have a fighting chance before it was born or no? Medical professionals. See, this is when I wish we had Dr. Ed in the house, because I know he listens from time to time. But if he's watching in the replay or something like that, holla at your boy. Let me know, because I need some facts. In fact, if you know of any medical professionals that would like to come onto the show and talk about this, I need some education, and I'm sure all of us do as well. Because is the attorney really reaching here or not? Because there's more here throughout this. But just to start off with, he's already saying morphine is a problem. But then I heard something about morphine could be used during birth. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a professional, okay? I'm just a guy who likes to tell stories. So I'm just asking the questions. Holler at me if you do know some information, okay? But moving on. The other part, the attorney reiterated that she did not know that she was pregnant and that she gained weight. She claims that she gained weight because she thought she was because of a side effect from birth control pills. Let's keep it real. Yes, that is true. There are many, many girls that have spoken out about taking birth control pills and putting on some LBs. That is true. That is very, very true. But you have everything in one area. Not here, not down here, but right here. And that's it? It seems a bit odd. Now, I know everyone's biology is a little bit different. Everyone holds weight in different parts of their bodies. Some people get it in them hips when they put on weight. Some people get get the belly and all that as well. But it just seems a bit odd that all the weight, all of it, was right in the front where a child would be. Swollen belly with child. That's just the question I have. It just seems, it's just interesting. It's just interesting. Okay. Lisa White just said this baby has a fighting chance. See? Pediatric critical care RN here. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm wondering, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, yeah, man, yeah, Amy. She was obviously pregnant. And she's sitting here saying, yeah, I was on the pill and I put on weight. So I thought it was because a side effect from taking the pill. And I know that there's other people out here, that were on specific types of birth control that caused them to gain weight, and they switched. They switched to other birth control, or some other people who have taken certain birth control pills. They had a psychological problem as well from taking these pills. So they changed the medication. They changed. So you're telling me she gained all this weight and she didn't turn to her primary doctor, general practitioner, her whatever, right? She didn't go to them and say, hey, this isn't working for me. I need this instead. I'm putting on weight, I don't know. It just seems very interesting. Okay. Sorry. This distresses me out. So, and I'm going to get to the other, to the super chats here in just a minute. Let me just get through this section here, and I promise I'm going to get to those. Okay. But I know all y'all are smart mother lovers out there. So I know you're about to educate me, and I appreciate it. Okay. For all y'all that are putting the information in here. Thank you. So moving on, he says, women will say to me, she gained 10 pounds, 10 or 15 pounds. So she must have known, but she was on her period when she went into the hospital. Interesting. Now, I've never heard that before. I've heard minor bleeding, etc. if there's some stuff going on. I've never heard about the actually going and having menstruation. That's something new to me, but I am a guy. I'm not a girl. Not yet a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a girl. Okay. But I'm interested if that's true, that you could still have your period and be pregnant at the same time. That's just news to me. But again, I'm not a doctor, and I'm just a regular old guy. Moving on. Scientifically, 1 in 2,500 women, which is a lot of people, do not know that they are pregnant when they deliver, especially teenagers, Mitchell said. She went to McDonald's every day with her boyfriend. And I'm sorry, I don't care if she went to McDonald's every day with her boyfriend. Still that doesn't automatically excuse all of this. It doesn't. Oh, well, because she went to McDonald's every single day, that's why she has a belly. No, I'm sorry. She was pregnant. But she thinks putting on weight is normal. She was taking birth control and had a period. She didn't feel kicking, and she didn't feel sick. Here's her mugshot. That's Alexee. Yes, little Patty. Thank you right there. Yes, little Patty. The cervix opens up while in labor. That causes bleeding. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Sophia J just said her, I think you're saying her water broke, most likely not actual menstruation. Yes. I have never heard of that before. Yeah, I've never heard of that before in my life, y'all. And I'm a dude. And my wife just had a beautiful baby girl. Real talk. Never in my life did I hear my wife say, oh, I need more tampons or something like that. Never in my life. I'm sorry, never. Throughout the entire pregnancy, not once. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, real quick, let me just get this here. All right. S Dubs, thank you so much for the 10. Paramedic here. What's up, paramedic? Thank you. And of course, Lisa, thank you so much as well. I don't want, I want everybody to get their credit. All right. But delivered 10 field babies. Damn. Morphine is okay. Okay. A Densitron, which we're going to get into, anti-nausea, okay to use. And the Cataloric was contraindicted contraindicated anti-inflammatory, the baby had no chance wrapped in plastic. Exactly. Thank you. Wow. That's where it starts and ends for me. It's beyond. It does not start with the chemicals. It starts and ends when the baby came out and she scooped that baby up, wrapped it in plastic, and threw it in the trash. That is the problem. Okay? That is the big problem. Real quick, Janice, thank you so much for being a member for the last 11 months. Nurse from UK, what's up? Thank you. Morphine is fine. Thank you. The baby had no chance. Hospital is not to blame. Thank you. It's called plastic. It's another chemical that's called plastic that's to blame. That's what I think. But there's more to this because there's a possibility there could be a combination of things. Let me get into it. Okay, this is when we start getting into the chemical medical mumbo jumbo. Okay, guys, so just ride with me because I got a lot. I'm gonna be stumbling over these medications. All right, because I'm not a doctor. All right. He continues and says, why would she think she was pregnant? I don't know. Just to answer that, maybe she got on her back and had premarital sex with somebody. Her belly is swelling up. I don't know. Those are kind of things that would, you put two and two together and you get baby. I don't know. But moving on, Mitchell described to the outlet what he claimed his client was administered at the hospital in a timeline. So this timeline is very important, guys. So hear me out. And of course, do not forget to hit that like button down below. Let's get it past 300 likes. That would really, really mean a lot. All right. And for those of y'all who are watching on the Facebook, you Facebook fam, make sure to get it past 20 reactions. That would really mean a lot. But this information is very important. Hear me out. So timeline. On January 26th, she goes to the hospital and arrives at 12:03 a.m. By 12:05 a.m., she is admitted into the hospital. At 12:18 a.m., they start giving her muscle relaxants. At 12:28 a.m., they give her morphine. They also gave her more pain medication that continues for 111 minutes. Very precise. They gave her ketorolac, which you are not meant to give to a pregnant woman. This is what the lawyers said. And ondansetron for nausea. So ketorolac is a anti-inflammatory medication, and NSAIDs have the potential for causing have a potential of causing fetal cardiovascular adverse reactions, according to the NIH, which is the National Institutes of Health. Ondansetron is prescribed during pregnancy to help with symptoms of nausea and vomiting. That's according to the NIH as well. Oh, okay. And then he continues saying they gave her cyclobenzaprine, a muscle relaxer, acetaminophen, and morphine, which you are definitely not meant to give during labor. This is according to the lawyer. At 12:28, and this part is very important too. At 12:28, 25 minutes after she had walked into the hospital, she was also given morphine, and then they did blood tests. So about 20 something minutes later, by 12:51 a.m., they found out that she was pregnant. They knew she was pregnant. I got questions here, so keep that in mind. Bookmark this. This is what the attorney says. Then he says at 1:39 a.m., this is when Alexee enters the bathroom. They even removed her IV so she could go into the bathroom. And there's already footage of her actually getting up and going to the bathroom. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all this right here. As you can see, this is body cam footage, not body cam footage. This is hospital security cam footage showing her holding her bottom as she's walking down the hallway to go to the bathroom. They removed her IV and all that stuff. Okay, so we know that part. And that was 50 minutes, roughly 50 minutes after that the hospital found out that she was pregnant. This is very important. Of course, now she is being charged with M, or alternatively A-ing a child, resulting in demise, and tampering with evidence after secretly delivering the boy in the hospital bathroom. Now, let's talk about this timeline really quick, all right? Not really quick, but let's talk about this timeline. Okay. Math this for me, guys. So she comes in at 12:03. She gets admitted at 12:05. Let me get that right. 12:18, because they said, hey, what's going on with you? What's going on? I'm sure they were checking her blood pressure, all that stuff. And they said, and she said, I'm having some severe lower back pain and it's really killing me. I need help. I'm just assuming. I'm putting words in her mouth. This is all speculation. But at 12:18, a doctor probably said, yeah, give her some muscle relaxants and all that stuff. So they gave her the muscle relaxants. Now, I'm wondering what happened over the next 10 minutes. They gave her 10 minutes later, they gave her morphine. Then they also gave her more pain medication. Now the attorney is claiming that the morphine was a big no-no for a pregnant woman. Okay. Now, that was 10 minutes. Let's jump down. They gave her a whole bunch of stuff, which we just heard from our good friend S. Dubs. Let me see if I can get that one more time before it completely disappears on me. Where did it go? There it is. That all this mumbo jumbo, okay? Morphine is okay. On Dancitron is for nausea. It is okay. The other one, the anti-inflammatory, is, I guess, is okay as well. It was just plastic, okay? This baby fighting plastic, basically. But you see that, right? What this attorney is claiming, he's claiming that all these chemicals that were in Alexee's body are the thing that causes the demise of this little boy. Now, after the 12:28 a.m., where she gets the morphine and some more pain medication, moving through that stuff, she gets some anti-inflammatories, so on and so forth. Before she runs into the bathroom, this part is very important. She's given morphine and they do blood tests 10 minutes later. So let me point this out. So she comes in, she complains about having some back issues, all that stuff. Maybe they asked her, hey, have you been active in the last, have you been active at all? Meaning, are you still a virgin? Have you had any sexual activity with anyone? She could have literally just said out loud, no. Probably in her mind, she believes that she's still pristine, I guess. I don't know. Still got her V card. Okay. So they run blood tests. About 20 minutes later, 23 minutes later, they find out that she's pregnant. This is the part that doesn't make any sense. We have a huge time gap, in my personal opinion, huge time gap from the time that they find out that she's pregnant to the time that she goes into the bathroom by herself without any IV attached to her body. And that's when she goes and gives birth. So for about 50 minutes, she goes in, or within those 50 minutes, they find out that she's pregnant. And they didn't go over there and say, hey, sweetheart, your blood test came back and you're pregnant. Not once? Really not once. So, like I said, guys, do the math with me. Because I'm saying, isn't that the biggest piece of information that a young woman should know immediately before she even leaves the room, before she even leaves the hospital, shoot, before she even goes into the bathroom? You have 50 minutes, hospital, to tell this young girl, this young woman, that she is with child. And that never happened? According to, because Ashley, what's up, Ashley Oaks? Ashley said they did a urine test first. Okay, if they did a urine test first, wouldn't they know then too? So why is the attorney trying to stretch? If that's the truth, it sounds like he's trying to stretch the truth, so that he's got a good argument or a leg to stand on, which I still don't think it makes any sense. Immediately, as soon as you do a test like that, and you find out that person's with child, and then on top of that, she's the same one that's complaining about lower back pain. You know where the pain comes from? When a woman goes into labor, I know a lot of y'all are women. Thank you so much. You guys rock. But at the same time, thank you for bringing babies into the world. I could never do it. I could never do it. But real talk, ain't the pain in the lower back? And the immense pain coming from the lower back, and you're telling me they didn't tell her? Come on, lawyer. Come on, Attorney Mitchell. You might be stretching the truth there, bruh. You're telling me they knew at 12:51 and they didn't bother to tell her before she went to go and take a leak in the bathroom? Come on, man. Come on. And I'll say this too. If they did run a urine test and they found out beforehand and all that stuff, they still would have had to go to her and tell her what was up. That's the whole reason why she's there, right? I got lower back pain. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a lot of pain. What is going on? The whole reason why she's in the emergency room is to find out what's going on with her, right? You don't pull your car into a garage and just go, the car is going thunder clatter, boom, boom, boom every time I turn the ignition on, but I don't know what's going on. And they just sit on it. But they knew the problem the entire time. Next time you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ridiculous. You just sit on this information and you're not going to tell the person that's been asking and begging for answers. The reason why they're there is to get answers. You're not going to give them the answers? That doesn't make sense. So if the lawyer or if Trevizo is claiming this to be true, then the hospital done mucked up here. If that is true, this could be a fabrication like a mug. You got to remember, he's also defending his client, and he's going off of what the client is telling him as well. Now, this is when I want to see security cam footage. I want to see the documents of when urine test was done, blood test was actually done, all that stuff. But this guy is literally trying to die on this hill, saying she didn't know at all. And then she went into the bathroom and suddenly, oh my God, the baby's coming out of me. That doesn't make sense, y'all. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So this is the reason why I look at this and I go, I don't think that the hospital really is at fault here. I just don't. I just don't. They may have initially given her the wrong type of medication because they were maybe relying on just what was being said to her. But I don't know. Hold on. Martinique just said something caught my eye. Let's see. Martinique, thank you so much for the 2. They didn't tell her, watch the vid and the interview. Okay. I'm going to, if, like I said, I'm which vid? The body cam footage? Martinique, answer really quick. Are you talking about the body cam footage of her claiming this? I'm just asking. It's important. So let me know, Martinique. Or are you telling me that there's a separate video where she sits down with Dr. Phil? Let me know, please. But thank you so much. Oh, so yes. Wait. Say yes, the body cam, or yes, Dr. Phil. That'll be helpful. Yes, the body cam footage. Let me know. And again, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate that. Okay, so no, the body cam. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. I've already seen the body cam footage, and I don't believe her. So you're saying that she says on the body cam footage, not the nurses. The nurses or the staff at the hospital did not go, oh, no, we didn't have a chance to tell her that she was pregnant. No, it was literally her going, I didn't know. They didn't tell me. That is a bold-faced lie. I'm sorry. That's a lie, y'all. She ain't telling the dumb truth. She's lying. I'm sorry. I don't believe her for 1 minute. I'm sorry. Boom. Thank you, Tyler. I don't believe it. I don't. I think that they came to her. They told her. And I will say this too. She may have had a mental break. I'll put that in the combination, or like put that into consideration. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll put that in consideration, that maybe she just had a mental break. And when they went up to her and said, you are with child, she probably heard them talking like they're one of the adults on the peanut gallery. Just wah, 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 wah. That could be possible. Didn't hear it. But I'm telling you, the hospital would not tell her. They had plenty of time. They had 50 minutes before she got up and went to the bathroom, before she had to go and take a leak. And she did this. All right. So the other thing is this, and I may open up the video chat lines for this, because I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. I know some of y'all are chomping at the bit, being like, please let me just say something. And I get it. I see how polarizing and how divided the room is when it comes to this story. To me, it seems like there may be some error on the hospital, but it's minuscule. It is not the fault of the hospital that this baby lost its life. I'm just going to say it like that. I'm sorry. I just don't see it like that. The reason why I say that, okay? The reason why I see that or say that is because of this, okay? I brought in the most beautiful, words can't even describe. And I know a lot of y'all are parents out there that have witnessed that unbelievable miracle of life. Something that you created, your own best self, best version of yourself. It comes out into the world. It's pretty amazing. It really does take your breath away. Really. But I'll tell you this. And before I actually say this, Alexee Trevizo went down to the bathroom, right? Allegedly unknowing that she is with child. My mouse disappeared. Unknowing that she was with child. Unknowing. So she went into the bathroom. Let's play that fiddle for a second. Let's play that song. She didn't know at all. She goes in there and goes, oh my gosh, oh, this is a lot of pain and this baby's really trying to come out, or something's going on and I don't know what it is. And then blammo, baby comes out, right? Now the baby comes out and the baby is not breathing, allegedly, from what she says. So same thing happened to me and my wife with our baby girl. And when I tell you that if we were in a bathroom, if we were down the hall, if we're in the middle of the wherever, I would have been knocking down every door, trying to get help from my daughter to breathe. My little baby didn't breathe when she came out. The umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck twice. Real talk. It was one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And the fact that I couldn't do anything. I had just had to stand there and see my baby go through this. And they had the NICU in there, and they're doing everything they can to bring her back to life. What I wouldn't do. Wild horses couldn't stop me from making her breathe. And the most amazing thing that happened to me in the room, we experienced life coming out, and then I experienced her breathing for the very first time. Her whole body was blue. But it was really crazy. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, color started to spread from her chest, from the middle of her chest out. And it started to spread through her body like sunrise, like going over the darkness. That's the only way I can explain it. I've been saying that to my family over and over again. I just can't believe it. It was the most amazing thing I have ever heard or ever seen. But I was terrified. I saw that and I said, and in my mind, and when I'm reading this update and I'm hearing about this story and I'm going, no matter what, I would have knocked on every door. I would have shook the very foundation of that hospital to make sure that this baby's life, that my child's life is going to be okay. The most terrifying moment of my entire life, and I've experienced some terrifying things in my life. Real talk. I've seen some things, but I had never seen anything like that. And knowing that I couldn't do anything myself, that I had to rely on the amazing staff in the hospital room, in the delivery room. And so when I look at this particular story, and if you are any person that doesn't even know that you're having a child or not, that is still an extension of you and your partner. You don't wrap the baby up in a plastic bag and throw it in the trash. Period. Ever. So many people on this planet would kill to have a child. And this young woman, whether it's a psychotic break or not, decides instead of going and opening up the door and turning to the staff that were there, she was inside a hospital. She wasn't in no Taco Bell. She wasn't at a prom giving birth in a toilet. She was not at her home by herself. She was not in the middle of a deserted island. She was in a place where she had access to incredible professionals that could breathe life into that baby. This is the reason why I get so heated about this, because that does not make any sense. This was my child. I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but I would do the impossible to make sure that my child would breathe again. This is the reason why this one was so hard for me to do. 5 days ago, 6 days ago, I welcomed the most amazing, most beautiful, words can't even describe the joy. Words can't. And seeing her grow every day, and it's only been 6 days, y'all, but she's still growing like hella fast. She's still just boom, boom. You know what I mean? Shoot, that breast milk, y'all. Damn. But I know for a fact I would stop at nothing to make sure she is safe. So when I look at this and I hear about this story, it just blows my mind that she had access, she had opportunities to save her child. Whether the baby came out and was not breathing, was having trouble breathing, and she didn't know what to do to help the baby breathe again or not, no matter what, she had people on the other side of that door that could have helped her with ease. So as much as I sit here and I say, oh, okay, as much as we all sit here and go, oh, this could be a combination, or no, it's the hospital's fault, or it's all her fault. It doesn't matter. It leans all on her. It does at the end of the day. To me, if this attorney is really trying to, to me, it's grasping at straws. And then we could talk about the body cam. Let's talk about the body cam. She is saying whatever she can because she doesn't want to get arrested, y'all. She doesn't. That's what I feel. I feel like she knew the entire time. Now, I know that there's speculation. I don't have any proof of that, but there's a lot of things within her pregnancy leading up to the birth and all that just don't math right. The cheerleading footage that's out here, all that stuff. Allegedly, there was apparently the name of the baby boy in footage, in body cam footage on the day of her getting arrested. Now, we don't know whether that was put up before or after this incident here happened, but no matter what, there's a lot of speculations running rampant because of how everything went down. Again, we look at this timeline, and even the timeline itself, it's because you're relying on something. We're relying on hearsay from her. The body cam footage of her going, yeah, they didn't tell me I was pregnant. Hearsay. Now it's her word against the hospital. This is totally different than a doctor doing something unthinkable and separating the head of a boy, of a baby's body, head from the body type thing. This is a completely different situation. I don't think that there's negligence on the hospital. Sure, there's maybe some room for errors in here, but this is not errors that would cause the demise of a baby. That's not what I don't believe that. I don't. I just don't. Let me put this up as a poll. Sorry. More. Boom. Whoops. I said, well, here we go. What the heck? Okay. Boom. So I said at the top, I just pinned to the top a poll. I said, what do you guys think? Alexee is to blame. Hospital is to blame. Or I think it's a combination of both. So go ahead and put in your comments or put in your votes. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But real talk, I just think it's very, very hard. I think it's very, very difficult for anyone to look at this situation and automatically say, oh, it's the hospital's fault. Now, I could see other parts like this happening here, though, too. Legal filings obtained by the Daily Mail. The lawyer obviously is claiming that the hospital staff and city workers violated HIPAA laws by sharing his client's medical records and discussing the case. That is another part I can see where the hospital done mucked it all up. Mucked it up. That's where they dropped the ball, y'all. That's the mistake as well. But as far as everything else, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how they handle the situations when they first bring you in. I know that they initially ask you, like, have you traveled in the last 24 to 48 hours or something crazy like that? Have you been around anyone with the Rona and all that? Those are kind of like the standard things. They do a blood pressure and stuff like that. But I feel that if you're going in and going, I got back problems, my back is hurting, I feel like they're going to go and treat you as such. But then again, I could be wrong. I think I'm going to open up the chat line or the video chat line here in just a minute, but I want to go through these super chats really quick, and I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much for all the super chats. It really does mean a lot. All right. I appreciate you guys talking with me and hearing me out. And I know not everybody agrees with me, and that's totally fine. My gut reaction especially with the timeline and all the stuff that we're getting here, something's telling me that something's not right here. And it's on her side of the story. The math, the timeline, etc., just isn't lining up for me. And until I see more proof, I need some more hard evidence. But there are other stories, also hearsay, where people are coming out and saying that she knew that she was pregnant. Again, that's all speculation, though. I'm still waiting to hear that from an actual credible source. And that's the issue, too. But before I go into that, do not forget to hit that like button down below, guys. Send it past 400 likes. That really, really mean a lot. And of course, react if you're on Facebook. I appreciate you, Facebook fam. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like and follow button on Facebook. That'd be greatly appreciated. Of course, I would appreciate if you guys consider hitting that join button and becoming a member as well. That's always greatly appreciated. Okay, now let's get into the super chats. Fuzz, thank you so much for the 5. I had to be on morphine for my delivery. My baby is fine. See? And I'm sure your baby's the next Albert Einstein. You just never know. Berenice Rivas, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Thank you so very much. Book Lovers Party Place, thank you so much for the 2. Gave me morphine for pain with my twins. It's normal. See? Yes. Thank you. JJ, thank you so much for the 10. With my first, I knew I was pregnant, but I didn't know I was in labor. I didn't know I was in labor, if not for the lower back pain. My daughter came within an hour. It's excruciating. Yeah. That's pretty intense. Show. Martinique, thank you so much for the 2. They didn't. I already said this one. Sorry. Thank you so much for the support. Martinique, again, thank you so much for the 2. They wouldn't have allowed her to go to the bathroom. Really? If she was pregnant, if they knew she was pregnant, they wouldn't have allowed her, or if they thought that she was in labor, they wouldn't have allowed her to go to the bathroom. Okay, then there could be a possibility of a mistake from the hospital right there by letting her go to the bathroom there. That's very interesting. I'm surprised they didn't end up sending her to another room. That's the other thing too. Yeah, okay, Martinique. Okay, Martinique. All right then, because that's a good point there too. Dag nabbit. That's a good point. This part right here, still going to, and this goes back on this too. But still, I feel like something's not right, but I'm still going to go. You still got a good point here. So let me highlight this piece. From the 12:51, when they found out that she was pregnant, to 1:40 a.m. roughly, okay, 1:39 a.m. They didn't go, okay, we're going to take you to the delivery department. They didn't go, we're going to take you to the labor and delivery portion of the hospital. They didn't do that. She got up, went to the bathroom, gave birth. Very interesting. So that part, Martinique, I can see that. Now I can see that piece too. See, we all learned something today. Okay, now you're swaying me the other way. Damn it, Martinique. And Martinique, again, thank you so much for the 5. They don't allow you to go poop if you're pregnant and in pain. They didn't tell her. Now she definitely is at fault, but they didn't tell her. Okay. Now I'm wondering why they didn't tell her. If that's the case, if it is 110% true, because you got to remember, this is kind of a boy who cried wolf type of situation. She is being called, she is being referred to as a master manipulator. Let me blow that up here too. So that is another question I have here too. See, the young woman is being described as a master manipulator, who even named her baby Alex before the incident. Now, how much of that part is true, we don't know. But very interesting nonetheless. Now, that piece is very interesting, Martinique. So thank you so much for that information. Thank you. But that makes me see, that's why this is when I wish we had like an OBGYN on or an ER nurse or something, that could just be like, yo, here's how it goes down. This is standard procedure, or what would be the staple standard procedure of every hospital. I think that's a good, strong question. Berenice, thank you so much for the 5. She was at the hospital to get treated for her scoliosis, which causes back pain. She lied to everyone. There it is too. So she could have been saying, yeah, back pain, scoliosis. I have that issue. I'm an athlete. I do cheerleading and all that. My back is tweaked. Doctor could have been like, okay, so if that's what's really going on with you, we're going to give you this. If they're taking it at face value, maybe they weren't sitting there going, because I keep wondering, because I've been to the ER recently, personally, and they didn't take my blood, because my ailments, my issue was not having to do with something like that would need for them to take blood. You see what I'm saying? So maybe they weren't sitting there going, oh, we need to take blood on her. They were like, okay, if this is what they're saying is going on, then hey, let's treat the issue and get her on her merry little way. You got to remember, a hospital is also a business. They got to turn these beds around. I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth, right? So they're going, okay, if that's what the problem is, then let's treat her and send her on her merry little way. We give her a prescription. She can go to the CVS or the local drugstore, get what she needs, and Bob's your uncle. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But maybe not. And Celeste, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. Thank you so very, very much. I still do believe that she knew exactly what was going down. I still do believe that she was messing with people. She was messing with the situation. But I can see where there are parts here where the hospital made some mistakes. I can see that. So let me do this. Let me get this out of here. I'm going to put in the chat code. Okay. Hold on. Not excusing it, but they had results before bathroom. Yeah, no, obviously. And that's the problem, Martinique. I agree. Like that part, like something's mucked up about it. Something's really weird. The timeline's weird, y'all. The timeline is very, very weird. But man, I don't know. But okay. We're going to talk about this. All right. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Real talk. Again, don't forget to hit that like button down below, react, etc. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you do that. On YouTube, please send it past 400 likes. We're a little over 50 likes away. That would really mean a lot. I'm going to open up the chat line. But before I send out the link, couple things. Keep it short and sweet. Stay classy. Don't be a jerk off. That's all I'm saying. If you are a jerk, you're gone. That's it. I ain't got time for it. You won't like me when I'm angry. All right? So please be kind. Keep it short and sweet. And I'll see you guys here on here. We'll have a good conversation. Simple as that. All right? So here it is. I just put it up. Yeah, and Nicole B. I think he's just man. I really do think that he's just really stretching. He's grasping at straws. That's just what I think. But but then again, I could be wrong. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna end this poll real quick before I post everything. It looks like, and I'm going to get to that here in a second. Let me pin that. And it looks like, come on. Out of 232 votes, 82% of you guys think that she is to blame. 14% of y'all think that it's a combination of both. That's what's up. Okay. Keep it short, keep it sweet, and keep it classy. Let's go. We got S-Dubs in the house. What's up, S-Dubs?
Okay, I don't want to be on film because I have the worst migraine in the world.
Okay.
So can you? Do I have to do that?
You have to do it. I'm sorry.
There it is. My bad. Sorry,
You're
guys.
good.
I just don't feel good.
It's okay. Hope you feel better though. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
So, I'm very upset about this, and I'm very passionate. So I'm going to be as classy as humanly possible.
Please do. Let's go.
Okay, I know a lot about this case because there's others that have been covering it big time.
Yes.
And I've watched a lot of the TikToks and a lot of the interviews. So there's where the first part is. Plus, I have a very good medical background, and I've done a lot medically.
Yes.
This girl did not give her baby the chance. And as I said in the super chat, all she had to do was pull the cord. All she had to do was scream for help. She didn't want her mother to find out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was how she thought she could hide it. She didn't want the mom to find out.
So S-Dubs, there is speculation or rumors running around saying that the mom did know, but during the time that they exposed the truth, to when the cops said, yeah, she had a baby in the bathroom type thing, and how she reacted. Some people are, like I said, this is just the speculation side. I'm not sitting here saying that this is scripture, guys, but a lot of people out here are thinking that she did know, that the mom did know. Like they both knew that she was pregnant, and she was just acting surprised. What are your thoughts on that?
First off, any woman who has had a child knows that was a baby bump.
Come on now.
I'm sorry.
You better talk. Come on now.
There's no way that chick wasn't pregnant. I saw it firsthand in all of her cheer pictures. And I don't know if you showed those, but by golly, show them. It's obvious.
I'd be glad to.
I would say without a doubt, she did not look 9 months pregnant. What I saw was a girl who looked maybe 7 to 8. So when they said it was full term, I was shocked. But nope. No, there's no way a mom doesn't know. Either that or she wasn't in the picture. And that was too much of a helicopter mom to not know. Yeah,
I'm just saying it just is not mathing to me. Because, I got a photo that I'm going to show here in just a second. I'm just trying to pull it up. But
the math hasn't been mathing since day one. And by the way,
it's just not.
Ketorolac. So you have the best way to say it. Ketorolac. And that is an NSAID or an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. See, I'm not a doctor. You feel me?
There
Couture-lac,
you go.
everybody.
Contraindicated means it is not advised. So
Okay.
that is the one that was not advised. My daughter did not find out till she was 7 months pregnant that she was pregnant. And it was a growing ulcer that the doctor was testing her for. And the ultrasound technician put the wand on there and said, "Oh, your doctor didn't tell us you were pregnant." The look on my child's face was very astounding. Yeah, that's a baby bump. Sorry, baby bump.
That is not multiple trips to McDonald's, y'all. I'm
No.
going to say it. I mean, I do understand that there are people do hold babies, not babies, I'm sorry. People do hold weight differently. Not everybody holds weight the same. Some people, gain more fat in specific areas more than others and all that. But still, this is a pregnant belly. This is a swollen pregnant belly, in my personal opinion. And she was still out here cheerleading.
Jiggly belly.
McDonald's is a jiggly belly. No
That
doubt.
is a hard belly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was your wife, girlfriend, partner. I don't know what you call her, but the baby
wife.
Mama. Congratulations,
my wife.
by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Trust me, when you were laying next to her and she said, "Oh my God, feel that move."
Oh, yeah.
Tell me that she didn't notice there was an alien in her gut making weird motions.
He was making moves. I kept on saying, this is the most active baby on the planet. She's going to be a soccer player. She about to be the female Bruce Lee. I mean, I said all kinds of jokes because she was like, man, she is just kicking my pelvis. She's just kicking here. She's doing this, and this. I mean, it was hell on earth. But the baby definitely made her presence known. Let me just say that. She said, I am here. And I was here for it. So yeah.
Tell me that this chick didn't know.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going with this. The other drug was ondansetron. It was the anti-nausea.
Ondansetron.
Cetron. There you go.
Ondansetron.
Things that drive me crazy. Yeah. One of the things he listed was literally IV solution. So I laughed about that. I'm like, it was an IV, dude.
Yeah.
And the fact that they had the timing down tells me they hooked her up to a morphine drip and it was being continuously fed. And that's how they had the timestamps. So she was given like a stretch of it. And then when they say they took the IV out, they just disconnected it and left her IV locked.
Gotcha.
But the IV was still in there.
So then let me ask you, okay, let's go back to the beginning, right? She comes in around 12:03. She says back pain. She goes into the emergency room. 12:05. Obviously, it must have been a very empty hospital.
Not one here.
Very empty emergency room because she got admitted 2 minutes later. And then around 12:18, that's when they started giving her muscle relaxers and painkillers. Now, the thing is that if you go in and say, "Oh, my back," are they going and taking blood for blood tests?
No.
Is that standard procedure?
No, but generally, if they start the IV, they'll do the blood draw at the same time. So they only have to poke you once.
Gotcha.
So usually the phlebotomist comes in, does the blood draw, and the nurse continues I put it in place. But sometimes it's the same person.
Right.
And they're fudging it. But this hospital did not have a labor and delivery ward. So nobody was, quote unquote, experienced with childbirth.
Wow. How convenient for her, isn't it? For this lawsuit.
Yes, but
if you think
Doctor
about it.
101, Nurse 101, Medical Assistant 101, Paramedic 101 is all women between the age of 10 and 45 are pregnant till proven otherwise.
Wow. Say those ages one more again for all the nosebleed seats.
All women between the age of 10 and 45 are considered pregnant until proven otherwise.
By the power of Grayskull. That's what's up. Okay. So there's that, guys. Very interesting. But like I said, is that, this sounds stupid, but like I said, I'm a regular guy here. Is that standard like rule of thumb for every hospital throughout the nation?
I would assume yes.
Okay.
I have
Fair enough.
only worked in the West Coast, so Arizona, California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that side of the world, yes. Could I tell you about Florida? No.
Florida is Pluto. Okay. It's its own planet. It's its own world. So yeah, I
So,
feel you on that.
I mean, every
Okay.
state is different, but they all have a different set of protocols, meaning there are some states where there's a paramedic on every fire truck. There are some states where there's no paramedics. You're only EMTs, which is 3 months worth of training versus 2 years.
Yeah.
Just depends on the location. Some places will ride a paramedic with an EMT, and the EMT is a driver, and that's about it. So it just depends on where you come from as to what you're exposed to.
Interesting. And
But
thank you.
every nurse is trained on how to deliver.
Interesting. No, and thank you so much for that clarity. The clarification on there is no maternity ward, that there's no labor and delivery ward.
No.
That's huge. But
That was why she was airlifted out.
that's insane. That's just insane. Wow.
She had to have a DNC because they couldn't find the placenta. I don't know if that's too gross on your show. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're fine. You're fine. But yeah, that's wow. Okay. Well, thank you.
There's your education for the day. Sorry, I took so much time.
No, it's okay. No. This was what I was waiting for. This is what I was hoping for. And I know that there's some other people in line in the queue right now that are going to be educating all of us as well here too. So thank you so much for putting your 2 cents. Now I'm going to go take my Oxy.
Yes. And my ondansetron and my ristriptan, which are all migraine pills, and knock myself out.
Yes. Enjoy that ondansetron. There we go.
There you go.
I'm getting used to it. I'm not a doctor, so thank you so
Pascal,
much.
You're not expected. Bye, darling.
Thank you. Bye.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Now we have Martinique. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Martinique. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. So what's on your mind? Speak on it.
A few things. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I take on dancer whatever, and I still don't know how to pronounce it, so don't feel bad.
I know some of these things are like just Greek. It's like oh my Lord. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm like, man, that's why I said that disclaimer before going in. I'm like, I don't know these words, never known them, but we gonna go through them together as a family. So
we gonna just say what it look like. That's just what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so we're gonna do what it do. We're gonna let the drugs do what they do, right? You know that thing. You know that thing that makes me feel good. You know,
the throw up pill, the headache pill, exactly. So
right
now, I want to clarify something.
Shoot, please.
Now, I am in no way whatsoever condoning what this girl did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a theory.
Shoot.
But I'm going to give my theory after I kind of elaborate on what I was putting in the super chat. So,
sure.
I've had 3 babies.
Congratulations.
My mom has 8 kids. My dad has 7. So, I'm kind of like a childbirth professional.
That's what's up.
Now, whenever I or anybody I was in the hospital with, now I do live in Michigan, so it could be different.
Okay.
They don't allow us, if you're past 6 months and you have to poop, you can't poop until you get checked, because that's a risk of pushing baby.
True.
That's a risk, because people can mistake poop for birth. That's how a lot of women poop during birth. A lot of women have pushed babies out in toilets thinking they had to poop.
Yep.
So
porta potty babies. I've heard all of them. Prom, at the school bathroom, etc. I've heard all the horror stories, and I've reported a lot of those horror stories. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I was trying to clarify. I wasn't condoning it because she's all the way guilty. Now, the hospital with that pregnancy test, the way that girl walked out of there or ran out of there holding her butt, should not have been able to go alone. there should have been a nurse to assist her or even her mom. But I think mom knew. I know for sure. Lexi knew. I can't say if baby daddy mom knew, but baby daddy knew for sure. I think that they thought those birth control pills were gonna get rid of it. And that's where the whole baby came out not breathing
Mm,
because she was taking birth control pills while pregnant.
that's interesting.
They could have been, that's my theory. They could have been hoping that whatever they were giving her
Could terminate the situation.
was going to give a stillborn.
That's interesting. I also wonder if she was on any other medication, like maybe some psych meds, anything of that sort, because I know
Or what
that,
else mom gave her.
right. Or yeah, what else the mom
What
gave
else they
her.
were giving her.
Yeah.
Because it just, and my thing is, this girl delivered a baby and nobody heard a scream.
Not
I screamed
one.
even with the epidural.
Mm,
This was a first time baby. My parents recorded me and laughed. My first birth.
mm-hmm.
Hair standing up on top of my head, screaming my lungs out. And I had just dyed my hair red, so I was looking like a clown. They got the video. That mess hurts. So how did
Yeah.
they not hear the scream?
Right.
How did she mask her scream? How did she mask the, well, we know how she masked the baby cry, but how did she push
Allegedly,
a
right?
full term baby out without a noise?
Yep. And then either she let that umbilical cord stay with the placenta, or she bit that
I
mug off.
I read that it looked like an animal had gotten hold to it.
Oh,
That's what I read. I can't
dag,
say for sure. That's
dag
just what I
nag.
read. And when they said that, I figured she bit it because that was the only other way. Because you can't rip that. You can't rip that.
Yeah.
That thing is tough.
Mm-hmm. I remember cutting the
So
umbilical cord. I mean, that thing is
it's
it's
hard
one
to
tough
cut.
mother. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're
Yeah.
not just snipping like they do on the movies. No, baby, you kind of sawing, trying
Yeah.
to get it. So I honestly, I believe mom may be getting brought up on some charges too, because I see mom as an accessory.
See, it's funny because after, well, because I did the whole video 2 months ago, and then
Mm-hmm,
I thought this story was just going to be like, that is like the story's over, and then I started
mm-hmm,
hearing about this part, and I'm like, what? Okay, so this case is a lot bigger now. This is crazy. So I
mm-hmm,
went back and I rewatched the body cam, the initial one, the main one. It's
mm-hmm,
all over law and crime. It's all over everything. The infamous
mm-hmm.
one where the mom is reacting like the kid from Home Alone, like, oh my gosh, kind of thing. And it's like, did she
And
know? Did
that
she
was so
know that she
fake.
was pregnant? You know what I mean?
Let, let me
But
tell you how you can tell it's fake.
how so?
Never once. Where's the baby? Let me see the baby.
True.
How's the baby? What did she have? They didn't even say what was it.
That's a good ass point. Nana just said that. Good point. Yeah, that is a good ass point. She not once does that. She goes, "Oh my gosh,
They
let's
caught the baby.
see," and that's it. And it's like, wait, you don't care to see what the baby looks like, if she
Look
had a
like
boy or a girl, like nothing.
if she looked like you, if the
Interesting.
baby looked like you, if the baby looked like Alexi, if the
Right.
baby looked like the mom. And I feel like the dad knew. He just was too hurt. Dad was the only person hurt in all of this.
Yeah.
That man was broken.
Mm.
Like the man.
And
And
I haven't done that big of a deep dive into this yet. I will be now. This is definitely another a case that I'm going to be looking into in more depth,
mhm.
along with other ones. But I have yet to see anything with the boyfriend as of yet, except for photos. Yeah.
I've seen things, but they're rumors.
See, yeah, that's the thing.
And
Just
that's what I don't.
rumors.
Yeah, and I will say allegedly, of course, but like they everyone besides the dad referred to the baby as it. They
Yeah, it's
all
crazy.
dehumanized the baby.
That's so weird. I
They
said that in the other videos. She's like, it wasn't breathing. Nothing was crying. She did not refer to the baby as he or
the
the
dad didn't
baby.
even ask. He didn't. The baby's dad didn't
Wow.
even ask, "How's the baby? What did we have? Who did it look like?" The grandmother didn't either.
Dagnab.
Nobody did because they knew.
Yeah, I don't know.
Allegedly.
Nicole B just said he was at the hospital in the hospital waiting room in the cop footage. Oh, he was. Yeah, see, it's been so
Yeah, he
long
was
since I've seen
there.
it. He was there, and they took his ID in the waiting room.
And he didn't
But
look phased. He didn't look
yeah,
phased at all.
yeah,
He did not look like a kid that just found out he had and lost a baby on the same exact day.
that's very interesting.
They did not look like grandmothers that just had and lost a grandbaby on the same exact day.
Right.
They didn't even care of what Alexee went through. They didn't even, how is she? The mom didn't ask her how she was doing. She went immediately to attacking her because she didn't want to look like she knew.
Yeah. And again, guys, this is all just speculation.
Alleged.
Warning, guys. This is all
Pascal,
alleged
you need a banner. You need a
theories.
banner
Oh, I already got
that
one.
says,
Oh, I got
that
one. Hold on.
says,
I got one right here.
the guest opinions are not those of the host.
Exactly. No, I just have speculation warning here. Speculation warning, guys. Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Just so y'all know. If I did, the caller's opinion is not blah blah blah. It would take up the whole screen. But
yeah.
No, I appreciate you giving me the information and all that. And so, Martinique, thank you so much for the call.
Thanks for having me, sir.
You put in some
and
very strong
congratulations
points.
again.
Thank you so much. We will be doing a hangout thing. There's a lot of things to celebrate about the 100,000 subscriber plaque and my baby coming into the world and all that. So we got a lot of celebrations coming up.
Can we get a virtual baby shower?
I mean, we could. How would I be able to? What would that entail? I guess that's the question.
Okay, so.
Oh, she got it already.
I've done.
I'm about to email you the whole 15 pages. Go ahead, tell me.
I can be your assistant. No, I've done virtual bridal and baby showers. So we can all get on Zoom. Or you could do it like StreamYard. When you pull up someone's gift, they can come on the camera, you thank them. We send it all to a P.O. box.
Okay.
Make a baby registry. If you make a registry, we just check out. No one gets your address. And I mean, I only have one girl, so I love shopping for girls. And my oldest son will be 16 in 6 days. And he's
congratulations.
6'4". So I'm buying
he's my height.
clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's my height. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I can't buy baby clothes no more. So I'm gonna need a baby to buy clothes for.
All right.
So let's get it going. But thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you so much, Martinique. It's nice to meet you too. So thank you so much for being on. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, guys. All right, we got another one. Amy, you are about to go on. You're on right now. Hi, Amy.
Going another.
Hello. Hi, Amy. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. Hello. Do you hear me? Hi. Do you hear me? I hear you. I hear you now. Do you hear me?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I do.
Not the
hear me?
Yes, I can, but I guess you got a bad reception.
Said. The only hope for the prosecution is that they get a I hope that the prosecution gets an expert OBGYN attorney that can deal with the HIPAA stuff at the same time, the medication and the issues with her report. And they have to use that witness, or, like they get expert witnesses. They really should. I'm an RN, and I really think they need to. that's an OBGYN/attorney to deal with both those issues at once. That's right. The hospital did not have L&D unit there. And the other thing is that a lot of the hospitals work in the hospital. In the door inpatient law. In my opinion, I think that sometimes it's very dangerous. They need to be master keys. That's the only thing I could see the hospital was at fault. They really needed to be monitoring her. And I know they're short staffed in a lot of these hospitals, and there's a nursing shortage. And they really should have been looking at what she was doing if she was in the bathroom that long.
Amy, I am going to, if you can.
And sometimes some of them don't even have a pull like those at all to pull if you're in an emergency situation.
So,
so I think there's a mix, in my opinion.
Okay. So Amy, you did say a lot, and I didn't hear like 90% of that. So can you maybe jump off, maybe refresh your connection?
That's why I do better with the phone in. But all I can say is that water.
Okay.
Do you hear me now?
Well, yes. Now I can. It's a lot clearer now. Hello?
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Okay. So I'm going to, hopefully, Amy, if you can hear me, if you're watching the show, maybe try another route, try another way. Okay. We're going to Al Grenade.
Hello?
Ali Grenade?
Hello. Yep. Alexee Grenade. Can you hear me?
Alexee Grenade.
Yeah, you
Hello.
got it. How's my sound?
Yes. Good. You sound great. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
All right. So I am agreeing with a lot of these guys. First of all, congratulations to you on the 100K and the baby. And it's great to get a chance to talk to you. Huge fan. But all right. I have spent 24 years of my life on the other end in the hospitals. I have spent this last week in the hospital and in the ER for 7.5 hours on Monday. Losing my eyesight. I couldn't see and at all. And it was 7.5 hours, and there was no test done, and it was a lot of chaos and catastrophe. And I had a lot going on, and they don't jump to treat, and it was a slow ER. And a lot of it had to do, I think, with budget cuts, honestly. And I have insurance. But I do wonder about some of that, which was something. But the nursing staff was lower. I did notice that. I noticed the quality of the hospital, even like the furniture and stuff like that I was sitting on, the bed was cracked. But the doctors usually have, when you go to the bathroom in the ER, the bathroom is near the nursing station, like the main nursing hub, and it's kind of set up that way for a reason. So you can't go to the bathroom and get away and hide, and those nurses don't see you. They come bang on the door if you're not in there. So it is very strange, and I do agree a lot with what the last caller said, that I think she might have been trying to do something. I totally think she knew, and it's her fault. Completely her fault. Completely her fault. I'm saying that, in my opinion, 100%. But there is some weird stuff with hospitals, like 50 minutes for them telling her isn't that much time. Unfortunately, you wish it would be sooner, but sometimes a lab test can take 50 minutes, which is sad. But usually also, and I'm on all of the medicines, the ondansetron and all the other ones, but I'm on all of those for other reasons. And they test me every time I go in there for pregnancy. And let's just say that it is definitely not an option that I'm pregnant right now at all, ever. And they won't give you anything, other medicines for anything, even before they give you fluids. Before they test you for being pregnant, they won't even give you fluids and stuff. And I would go in there at sometimes 2 days, 3 days in a row back in the day when I was younger, I mean, I'm 43 now, but back in the day, and it that much time, and they still would test me every time for pregnancy. So there's issues on both sides, but she knew it's her fault. She shoved
Yeah.
that thing in there, and the family knew, and there was no way that is not a damn baby bump in her
Yeah.
cheerleading picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's the part for me more than anything is the actions that she took after baby was actually birthed.
Yeah.
That's the part that really drives me nuts, because
Yep.
instead of her going out into that room or into that hospital and saying, screaming bloody murder for help or anything, she didn't do that.
Yeah.
She wrapped up the baby in a plastic bag and put it in a trash can
Yeah.
and buried it hid it in the trash can. So clearly she didn't want the baby,
Yeah.
she clearly knew what she was doing. So that's the part that just drives me nuts.
Exactly, and I agree, and that's what she was saying, the last caller, with her theory on that maybe she was trying to make something go awry and be like, "Oh, it went this way," and there's it's too fishy. And you're in the literal building that saves things. So how did they not hear her, and how do you not scream? And even if you don't want it, you can give it to them and they will take it. You don't have to keep your baby. You can abandon your baby and hand it for safekeeping, and give it to, like, you can, if you don't want it, you give it up. And she already had it right there, and she's in the building. So that's what got me, where she said the conspiracy thing, or her opinion, but about maybe trying.
Where do you think, just really, really quick, because, of course I got a bunch of people in the queue here.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, but I appreciate you coming in here and calling in. But what do you think? Where do you think the hospital messed up at then? If there's any place for them to mess up, where do you think they messed up at?
I wonder do we know how long she was in the bathroom? Does anybody know do you know that by herself?
That is a very good question. I don't know, actually.
That would be my big question, because there are always staff sitting around that nursing desk, and that nursing the only bathroom in the ERs are by that big desk. And that would be where I would see a discrepancy. Also, how could they not hear her making noise? But if there's a lot of noise in a hospital, and a lot of other weird things have happened, but other than that, it's on her. I don't, the the camera footage, they shouldn't have let her run, but man, it's tough in an ER.
I think it was somewhere around 30 minutes, if I'm correct. I remember reading that a long time ago.
Whoa, that's a long time. They come banging on that door every time I'm in there, and I have a vomiting thing, so sorry everybody, but so they come in there and they're knocking on the door every 5 minutes, and like you don't have any privacy.
No.
So that would be, I guess, if there's any liability at the fault of the hospital. I guess it'd be that.
S Dub says here, thank you so much for the 2, but she says it was 20 minutes. So she did this all in 20 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's something that's very, very wild as well.
It is.
20 minutes. But, man.
Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have most definitely happened. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I still, I'm on your side. I'm on the same side as you. I think that this all could have been, this baby should be alive. And it could have been alive if she didn't run into the bathroom and do what she did. Now she could have been nervous. She could have been scared, all that stuff. I understand she's 19, she's young and all that. Didn't know what to expect, but still, after the baby was born, we have to take her word for it. You see what I'm saying? Saying that the baby was stillborn. And that's a problem.
That's the other issue, and I will say it fast and let you go. And that was the thing with the meds and all the stuff that I know when they give me all those meds and I'm on them, some of them make you loopy, especially if you're not feeling well or whatever. But then for them to give her morphine, this is by no means excusing any of her actions, because I'd like to put her in a garbage can, in my own opinion personally. But I just don't. That all messes it up, where they should have been watching her more carefully once she was sedated, because even once you have that in, like I had my IV, they put that port in, they either leave the drip in, they leave the port in, who knows if she's walking around with a drip. They try to watch you so you don't trip and fall on like the thing you walk around with the drip hanging off of it, because you trip and fall down. I mean, like, they watch everything with that. So if they had already started doing medication or something, they should have been watching. But again, this is all on her. It's all on her still. I still say it's her. But thank you for your time so much.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sweetheart.
You
Talk to you soon.
Care.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
For that case, unlike some of the other callers, I don't pretend to no. Well, I mean, clearly those other callers, they knew what they were talking about when it came to before the troll came in. Like the other women who were talking about like the pregnancy and how that works. Like I mean, I was born 1 pound when I was born.
Wow.
Yeah. I was told I wasn't screaming very loud. It was like very tiny. So I don't know. Like I'm mostly talking about the story in terms of like how I've I don't know how do I put it, like just like how I've been told that I've been growing up, I guess, because I mean I don't remember being born, but
right.
But like I don't know, I think she did it. I think I don't know, I don't see any reason why she I don't see any reason why she like would be doubted to like do like that something that horrible, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how someone does that as well.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
But we have covered on this show so many different types of stories where it's either an infant or it's a baby, or you see what I'm saying, where they just go like the Quentin Simon story, and there's been so many other stories like that where they will do something unthinkable and then go and toss the baby in a dumpster and stuff like that. There was another one, Alexis, if I remember correctly, from a while back. She gave birth to the baby.
Right.
She claims she didn't know she was pregnant, had the baby, and then went to her, I think it was around her local job, like a local fast food joint, and just dumped the baby in a dumpster. And the thing is that baby was still alive. That baby was still made it, still is alive, but still, that's just so messed up,
Well,
for something like that.
And thank God that they're still there. But it's I think it's just horrible that that anyone would have the foresight and the kind of mind to do something like that. I don't know. It's sorry if I seemed like I was struggling to get to a point, because
no, it's all good. I
don't want to make it seem like I was another troll or whatever.
No. I know who you are, but it does, when a troll does that, it does throw off. It does throw everything off. So it is what it is. But
but I do want to say genuinely, actually, congratulations on your. Well, just on your life path. There's so many things in store for you, and this is only the beginning.
Thank you.
No matter what all those other people, no matter what trolls or whatever people say, you are you are a light in this world.
Thank you so much, Tyler. That really does mean a lot. Thank you. I really love what I do. I love growing this family, this platform and all that. And we will be, you know, celebrating some really great stuff here. You know, all these milestones here very, very soon. So, yeah, man, Tyler, thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. And I'll be talking to you soon. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. Peace. So, guys, you know, I appreciate everybody who came in and put in their 2 cents, you know, except for the jerk off, but it is what it is. You know, people do that kind of stuff. This has happened to me before. It is very frustrating when it does happen, but nonetheless, don't worry. I just got to take this thing down, unfortunately. But I am going to, you know, we will be talking about this more. We're going to be diving into this more. Trust and believe. There are so many things that I would love to get answered. So many questions that need to be answered when it comes to this whole thing. Because like I said, I got so many questions with this whole thing. I want to know more. What really is going on here? Why is she lying? Why is she going out of her way to try to lie? And I know the lawyer is that's their job. Their job is to basically defend their client. But there's another part of me that's like, no, something's just not right with this story. Did she know that she was pregnant before? Or did she really not? You see the footage, you see photos. She is definitely pregnant is all get out. So I don't know. Something's not right here, guys. Something's not right at all. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm just gonna be cutting it out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be cutting it out. It's all good. I'm gonna have to put this on private and then cut it out. And when it's cut, then I can put it back up. But I'm not gonna let this stop. This is not gonna break my pride. Okay, so we're gonna keep on doing what we do. But welcome to the world that we live in, unfortunately. But I appreciate all the real callers that called in. I really do appreciate all y'all. It really does mean a lot. You guys are really incredible. All right. And yes, I will be looking and keeping an eye on this story. So the more we find out, the more you guys are going to know. Okay. So guys, I appreciate all y'all. Oh, really, really quick. I'm sorry. Let me do these really quick because you guys did those things for me. No, So I do want to say this really quick. Mercy Cat, thank you so much for the 10. I do appreciate it. Her nurse is on body cam stating he was afraid she went to the bathroom to do the unthinkable because of being pregnant. See? She admitted failure to maintain patient safety for both patients. Interesting. That's very interesting. Interesting information. Leela Aguilar, thank you so much for the 5. What's up, Leela? Felicidades. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Gracias. I appreciate it. This S-Dubs, thank you. Oh, we already did that one. And wait. Did I do this one? I don't know. I'm going to say it anyway. S-Dubs, thank you so much for the 2. Not all babies have spontaneous cries at birth. Yeah, that's very, very true. And Marloka, thank you so much for the 5. They checked up on her and she said she was okay. Yeah, I mean, allegedly they were knocking on that door just trying to see what was going on. And she was she was just sitting there saying, I'm okay. I'm fine. And then while she was saying that, she was giving birth to a child. Now, was the baby really stillborn or not? It sucks because whatever happened in that bathroom, we may never know. They apparently say that in the autopsy, it was almost like she did not render aid to the baby. So there's a lot of questions I have, guys. A lot of questions indeed. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. Don't forget to hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that like and that follow button, please, and thank you. That would really, really mean a lot. Okay, guys? But anyway, it is time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I will see you guys very, very soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.